Well, hello. Welcome back to Toy Thursday with Johnny Tiger. The date is August 13, 2020. Now, today's setup is a little bit different than usual. Usually, we can do the entire review on one working surface, but as you guys can see, the angle of view is very different because today we got something that require a further distance, something much larger for you guys to look at. So anyway, uh, if it looks weird, if this doesn't work, please let me know. And if it look okay, I would appreciate it if someone let me know as well. I really honestly am not sure if this is going to work out at all. Or anyway, on the screen, uh, you are looking at least I hope you're looking at a little lone figure of a sword wielding warrior. I imagine it looks pretty small from this vantage point because it is actually like way across the room from the camera. That little fellow, well, he's usually not so little, is Aragorn from the Lord of the Ring uh, TV's movies or books. Anyway, Lord of the Rings. And Aragorn is like the main hero, the guy who united the good guys, and the guy who is unkillable, unbeatable, pretty much, and fearsome with a sword, and good tactician, and anyway, any attribute you want to attribute to a hero, Aragorn was it in Lord of the Ring. But today, something or several something is going to steal his spotlight. Yes, we are not just here to look at Aragorn the warrior. Aragorn, sadly, is only here as a size comparison with today's um, main focus. When I was little, I loved dinosaurs. I had a lot of dinosaur toys. I remember them. They were like rubber feeling. They weren't very articulated. Well, most of them didn't articulate at all, but they were fun. Dinosaurs, I mean, come on, it was so cool. Like monsters that actually existed once upon a time. How cool could that be? How cool is that? I mean, kids love dinosaurs. I have never encountered a child who's not fascinated by dinosaurs. I had big ones, small ones, medium ones. I had hundreds of dinosaur toys. As I grew up, I started to focus more and more on action figures, and sadly, dinosaurs, sorry, can't even talk today, dinosaurs started to fade from my collection because they were rubber toys. They were childish. They didn't fit in with my legions of superheroes and warriors. And for many years, I missed my dinosaurs. Quite often, I lamented that it would be so cool if someone ever made dinosaurs that would fit in with standard 6-inch action figure collection. It would be so awesome if these action figures have dinosaurs that they can battle or ride or uh, chum around with or whatever. It would be so awesome. But years and years went by. Though several companies, chiefly Mattel and Hasbro, uh, and playmates have attempted dinosaur toys. None of them really lived up to the expectation of an action figure collector. These dinosaurs didn't look like collector items, they looked like toys. They were too small, they were too gimmicky, and the color were ridiculous. I mean, who wants a bright blue or bright pink T-Rex? No, not me. Even though I can't really see it. Well, I can't see it at all. But I still don't want a hot pink T-Rex fighting Batman on my shelf. Suddenly, all these started to change. In at around 2018, Mattel, now owning the Jurassic World's license, started pumping out pretty decent, even incredible dinosaur action figures, one after the other. I mean, I would never expect myself to say this, that Mattel's dinosaur toys were awesome. These dinosaur action figures were awesome. Mattel, like among action figure collectors, Mattel has always been viewed as like a big joke. It's quite often said that Mattel can't find an idea that they don't manage to do wrong. But this time, they outdid everyone else with their dinosaurs. And that is what we're going to look at today. We're going to look at three of my dream come true, three of the largest dinosaur toys ever produced, and they fit in perfectly with your standard action figure, such as Aragorn here. Aragorn stands just over 6 inches tall. He is basically a normal sized human being uh, among the action figure world. So he makes a great comparison to these dinosaurs I'm going to show you guys today. Our first beastie is someone that has been on screen before. You guys have seen this bad boy before, but he is so impressive that it is worthwhile to look at him again. That is a Mustasaurus, one of the most fearsome marine reptiles in the prehistoric time. Some people call it the T-Rex of the sea. And you can see, at least I hope you can, standing next to Aragorn. This is a ridiculously huge, properly sized marine predator reptile. I can't say a dinosaur because people who know this is going to give me a hard time about it. Mustasaurus is not a dinosaur, it's a marine reptile. But look at how big this is. Even posing up on his flippers, his head looms above Aragorn's. And look at that jaw. The long, toothy jaw is actually longer than Aragorn's body. Like this thing can hold, is holding Aragorn in his jaw. Chump. No more warrior. Bye bye, Aragorn. Good thing they didn't have dinosaurs in Lord of the Rings. Side profile. Just look at how big this is. This is almost 30 inches. Uh, I think accurately it's about 28 inches. But yeah, this is over 3 feet of dinosaur action figure. Just one of its flippers is bigger than a 6-inch action figure. Giving you guys a back view of this beastie. Huge, simply huge. Now, if this was the only large dinosaur or predator that was produced, it would have been a long time dream come true. I mean, this is a genuine sea monster, a replica of a sea monster that once upon a time did exist in our ocean, true to action figure scale. This would have been a dream come true all on its own, but this was only the tip of the iceberg. Let me set him aside. In the same year, Mattel, again, good old Mattel, yes, that is the Mattel that made Barbie and Masters of the Universe, and yes, She-Ra. The same year that they came up with the Mustasaurus, they released something that, as soon as I saw it on Amazon, actually no, I saw this guy at Walmart. As soon as I saw him on the Walmart website, I added him to the shopping cart and bought it. There's no thought behind it. There's no need for consideration. This is the king of dinosaurs, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I would imagine that even looking at him from across the room, you might not be able to get a full view of this guy. This guy is simply massive. This is about 4 feet long. A 4 feet long dinosaur toy. True to scale to 6-inch action figure. Look at how when he's standing over Aragon, a tall, proud warrior. Aragon is not even as tall as the T-Rex's leg. That is what a person would experience when approached by one of these prehistoric horrors. From his tiny little arms to humongous head and that's a lot of teeth. This is the ultimate T-Rex toy. I don't think there's ever going to be, there never was, I don't think there's ever going to be a T-Rex toy that's going to beat this one. Take a look at the side view. This thing is huge. Like, I got him on the kitchen counter, and he basically is as long as from the edge of the counter over to the sink. Look at that. Look at that beast. Huge. And he weighs like a ton. Now, if this is only just a big dinosaur toy that's going to stand there, do nothing else, it's already impressive enough. But this T-Rex does more. It has two play features that elevated this T-Rex above and beyond. Number one, when you open her mouth, she'll actually roar and make sound like this. Pretty cool indeed. Even cooler than that is this T-Rex can actually swallow action figures. This is a 5-inch action figure. This is Psylocke from the X-Men team. And just so you guys can see what this is about, we're going to do something very inhumane. We're going to feed poor Psylocke to the T-Rex. Down the gullet she goes. And once the T-Rex has swallowed her, there's a little trapdoor, the little lid on the belly here. You open up the T-Rex's belly, and you can get her back out. That is so much fun. I mean, I know it's for kids, and that play feature is for kids. But even as an adult, I have to say that just makes me smile every single time. After their impressive T-Rex action figure, I thought that was it. I mean, how can you beat that? You can't improve upon perfection, right? Well, apparently I was wrong. You see, in the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or actually no, the first Jurassic World movie. I don't know how many of you watched it. If you haven't, it's worth a watch, because in that first Jurassic World, uh, some people are saying you mean Jurassic Park, right? No, I actually mean the Jurassic World movie. It's like Jurassic Park 4, I think. They call it Jurassic World. And from that point on, it's been called Jurassic World ever since. So, from the very first Jurassic World movie, which was, like I said, like Jurassic Park number 4, scientists took the genes of some of the top predatory dinosaurs, spliced them together, and you can just tell that something really bad is going to happen when you do that. They created something that even scarier than a T-Rex. It was called the Indominus Rex. Indominus Rex. The Indominus Rex had the genes of a Carnotaurus, had the genes of a raptor, and had the genes of course, a T-Rex, and probably genes from other things as well. It was a fearsome dinosaur that had the ability to camouflage himself, had the size of a T-Rex, had the speed and design bonuses of a raptor, and it was tactically smart. It was a dinosaur that could outthink human beings. The Indominus Rex was scary. So after their gigantic T-Rex toy, apparently Mattel went back and created an Indominus Rex. But there was one problem. It was big, but it was not as big as their giant T-Rex. That's why I never bought the Indominus Rex, because the Indominus Rex in the movie has to be at least as big as the T-Rex. But the one Mattel made was too small. That was a bit of a disappointment, but as I said, after that giant T-Rex, I kind of came to the conclusion that that was going to be it. That was a one-time deal. That was perfection. You can't improve upon that. But there was a little voice in my head that said it would be so nice, so sweet, if they made an Indominus Rex as big as that giant T-Rex. It would be so nice. If they did that, I would buy it without a second thought. And 2 months ago, I saw on Google while doing a bit of browsing that a giant colossal Indominus Rex was being produced. So as soon as it hit the market on Amazon, I ordered one. And here she is, the Indominus Rex, properly sized to befit one of the most fearsome imaginary dinosaurs. I say imaginary because it never existed in real life, uh, but one of the most fearsome imaginary dinosaurs ever made. On the outset, the Indominus Rex looks like a T-Rex, but if you take a closer look, you can see that he clearly, or she rather, she's clearly different. Let me get her to stand upright so you guys get a better view. Right from the outset, you can see that her arms are a lot longer and more powerful, with wicked looking hooks and, like hook like claws. These are arms that are going to be useful in battling other dinosaurs and ripping them apart. Uh, Look at how the claws can actually hold Aragon like that. You can't get that to work on the T-Rex. The T-Rex's arms are too small, but Indominus Rex, no problem. The teeth are also very different from the T-Rex. Let me give you guys a side view. Here, look at those teeth. While a T-Rex has flat blade-like teeth, the Indominus Rex teeth are more like those on the Spinosaurus. They are more long and round and pointed, like spikes. And that is a lot of teeth. Look at that. The Indominus Rex also has a lot of very bony details on her back, like spikes and horns and large bony protrusion. This is just an evil looking huge dinosaur. Now, just to give you guys a better idea of it, like how big this is, I'm going to stand here in front of the counter holding this up to my person. Take a look at that. From tail to snout, this beastie, oh, kind of heavy. This beastie is pretty much it goes from the top of my head down to almost my knee. This is how big this is. And it has the same feature as a T-Rex. If you take a small action figure, you can get him to, or get her to swallow another action figure. Down into the gullet she goes. And just like the T-Rex, if you open the trapdoor on the belly here, I say if, because it's actually really hard to open. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Now I fed the action figure to her. I don't know if I can get the belly to open to let it back out, but that's okay. If I grab her and turn her upside down, I shake her around a little bit. Out she comes. There. Give me my action figure back. Now a close-up view. Aragorn with Indominus Rex. Very, very impressive dinosaur. As a last little view, we're going to bring the giant T-Rex back into the frame to stand next to her nemesis, the Indominus Rex. Dinosaur fight! I can just geek out with these things for a long time, and I'm not going to bore you with it. But suffice to say, these three giant dinosaur toys have been a long time coming and really anticipated, and definitely childhood dream come true. Thanks for checking out today's Toys Thursday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Fitness Friday. For now, have a good night.